Hello everyone, my name is Jatinderpal Singh and today I am going to present a video which is on the topic electromagnetic spectrum. This topic is from Nat-161 NBA course and I am going to talk about the topic now. So electromagnetic spectrum is the wide range of all the electromagnetic waves which have different wavelengths. These wavelengths have a different frequency and they travel at the speed of light. They also do not require a material medium to travel. This means that they can even travel through a vacuum. So, there are three major components of the electromagnetic waves, which are the intensity, frequency, and the wavelength. And there are also seven types of the electromagnetic waves, but we are only going to talk about three due to the limited amount of time. So, now I'm going to talk about our second slide, which is about the infrared waves. As we all know that human eyes can only detect the waves from about 400 nanometers to 700 nanometers, these waves cannot be seen directly. So we need a camera lens or even a phone's camera would work to see them directly with our eyes. And moreover, we can find cool stars or the dim stars with the help of it, and they can also be used to determine the temperature of stars which are far away from us, and we can also see them beyond the dusty lanes of the Milky Way galaxy of ours. As energy and wavelength are correlated, we can also use them to determine the wavelength, and by determining the wavelength, we can tell that the energy of the stars is about cold or hot. So we can also tell that the red stars are the hottest while the blue ones are the coldest. And as these stars do not emit any visible light, they are hardly seen without any telescope, and the special type of telescope which is used to see them is the infrared telescope. And this was the end of our second slide, and now I'm going to talk about third slide, which is about the X-rays. X-rays. These are very shorter in length, wavelength, and therefore they have higher energy. So we usually go to see a doctor in case of having a fracture, and they tell us to go and get an X-ray of our part which is impacted. And this is an example of real life scenario where X-rays are concerned to examine the body and the part fractured. And talking about other thing which is the astronomy, we can find the much hotter places with the help of X-rays, and interestingly the areas like black holes or the neutron stars can be determined with them. These are the ones which are formed due to the death of major stars or minor stars sometimes, and they also help us to determine many other things about the stars, which include but not limited to the temperature, magnetic field, and density. And this was the end of our third slide, and now I am going to talk about our fourth slide, which is the ultraviolet rays. The ultraviolet rays are the rays which have a shorter wavelength, which is about 400 nanometer to about 100 nanometer only, and this also means that they are just below the wavelength of our visible light, and this also means that we cannot see them directly even. Moreover, if we talk about the UV rays, we can see that when we go to see an eye specialist, they usually tell us to wear sunglasses to prevent us from the harmful rays coming from the sun. These rays are the UV rays or the ultraviolet rays, which are in the sunlight, and they can damage our eyes. So and this is also a real life scenario where UV rays can have many harmful effects. But despite of having so much harmful defects, they also have some benefits in the astronomy as well as in our daily life. And if we talk about astronomy, we can hunt highly active stars, and moreover, we can also find the birthplace of the star. And this was the end of our presentation. Thank you all for watching.